Hello, what up? It's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. Today is going to be an interesting video because I haven't got anything to hold up. There's nothing there. See? This ain't out yet on Blu-ray, 4K, DVD. I'm still going to talk about it because I saw this in the cinema as of this week and I loved it. I don't know how else to put it. We are actually today going to be talking about Fall. So, interesting one for you, this film. It's very, very rare that you go into a film hearing what the film is about and you just think, well, that sounds like exactly the same of every other type of film that is like. What's going to be interesting and exciting about this? And I think you have to watch the film for about 10 minutes before you're like, oh, I'm just going to shit myself all the way through this film. Great, just to get you started. Just so you're aware, this is not a horror film, alright? It is not scary in any way whatsoever, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to shit yourself all the way through it. And let me explain. Alright? So, you watch this in a cinema screen. Give you a little bit of context here. This is about a couple of girls that decide they're basically going to climb a 2,000-foot ladder. What? Attached to a radio tower. So they're going to climb the radio tower essentially all the way up to the top. And then if you haven't died from pooing yourself too much or sweaty fingers just from watching the first half hour of them climbing up that tower, then you got the rest of the film to sit through. Obviously, with my film reviews being film reviews and it is currently shown in the cinema, I really don't want to ruin any of this at all. So what I will tell you is they make it to the top of the tower. That's not a spoiler because that's part of the film, part of the story. They have to get to the top because something happens when they get to the top of the tower and they can't get back down again. I'm not going to tell you what that something is. You may have seen the trailer, it might be in the trailer, I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer. But if it is in the trailer, then you already know. If you haven't seen the trailer, I wouldn't suggest it because it will be ruining the film a little bit for you. Quite glad I didn't see the trailer for this. Well, you say that. But yeah, the girls get stuck at the top of this tower. So that's unlucky for them, really. And then obviously the rest of the film plays out as your bog standard survival movie with people trying to survive in an extreme situation. If you're scared of heights like I am, that is gonna terrify the living shit out of you. There is so much stuff in that film that is up high or hanging off of stuff that's up high or dangling off of things that's up high, and it's just horrible in the best possible way. I've never dried my hands so much watching a film before, and I don't think I've ever told a film to fuck off so many times in one film as well, just because of everything the film kept doing. Granted, there are the odd moment in the film where you think, well, that just wouldn't happen, that's just ridiculous, it's over the top, it's meant to be, you know, it's about girls that climb a 2,000-foot tower that doesn't even exist, so it's obviously just a fictional story. So if you are willing to understand that it's a fictional story, then understand the film side of the fictional story as well. Because believe it or not, films aren't real. So you can do more in films than you can in real life. So when you look at something and you think, that's not very realistic, it doesn't matter, does it? It's not a fucking documentary. I saw this at the cinema this week, actually. And my first regret was watching it in a screen bigger than the options that I had. I could have watched it in a smaller screen, but for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to watch it in a bigger screen and sit right at the front. So the poo was dripping down my leg within about 5 minutes of the movie, but flip an egg. If you guys like survival films, it's literally might go as far as say one of the best survival films I've ever seen. It was very edited, I did notice, and I did a little bit of research to find out that the film had been shaved down / censored to make PG-13 in America, but obviously it's still too violent and intense for UK people, so it's a 15 over here. But it's really odd because it's an adult looking 15 that has loads of censored swearing in it. So it's a little bit strange in places because you're a bit like, why are they censoring the swearing? This is a 15, you're allowed to have swearing in it. But it's not, it's literally just because it was censored so that it wasn't R-rated in America, because they can only say fuck once in a PG-13 movie in America. Whereas you can get away with it several times in a 12A over here now, but we won't go there. We will dig into PG-13 versus 12A one day. I know I mention it a lot. Well, I probably don't because you don't watch these videos for ages, but I will be mentioning it a lot. We will get that video out soon, maybe. I probably won't. But anyway, get out to the cinema. Go watch Fall. It's so good. It's not too predictable, and fuck me, is it extremely tense. Literally one of the tensest things that you're ever going to sit through. And that's before you watch a documentary about camping. So I'm going to go now. If you guys could get out to the cinema to watch Fall, and then come back to my channel and let me know what you thought of Fall. Leave a comment, it's not hard. I don't know, it might be actually, you might have broken fingers so you can't type. In which case, get someone else to leave a comment for you that hasn't got broken fingers and they can type for you. If you could like this and subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. And I'm going to go now because my best mate wants to play my guitar. So I'll see you later. Goodbye.